Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to Windows Tools, Part 3, Windows Basic Command Line Tools, Part 1. During this video, we cover the basic commands used to manage files and folders in Windows, including listing and navigating directories, and copying, deleting, moving, and renaming files and folders. Note that this is one of the videos where you should consider pausing the video to study the commands, the syntax, and options used in the commands. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button. And if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel for more tech training content and technical know-how. As a system administrator, you should know how to manage files using the command prompt. The command prompt allows you to type in commands similar to the DOS commands used before Windows. If you're creating batch files, which is a traditional scripting file, you'll need to know how to execute the commands at the command prompt so that they can be put into a script. To open the command prompt, perform one of the following actions. Search for CMD from the search box and click Command Prompt. From File Explorer for the path, type CMD and press Enter. Press Windows key plus R, type in CMD, and press Enter. Note, command prompt commands can also be executed from Windows PowerShell. Many of the methods that were used to access command prompt have changed to accessing Windows PowerShell. Here's a list of commands. To navigate folders, you have the cd or chdr command. The md and rd commands are used to create and remove directories. While most don't use the mkdir and rmdir commands, they can also be used. The dir command is a command that will list files and folders, and format is to perform a high-level format on disk. To copy files, you can use copy or xcopy. Ren or rename can be used to rename files or folders, and del or erase can be used to delete one or more files. The ver command shows the Windows version and build number. The command prompt tells you two things. It specifies your current location, and it tells you that it's ready to accept a command. By default, the command prompt ends in a greater than sign. Examples include ;\\greater than, which specifies that you are in the C drive root directory. ;users\admin specifies that you're in the C drive inside the admin folder, which is located in the users folder. ;data greater than specifies that you're in the D drive data folder. Note, \/ always represents location. \/ by itself is the root directory, and \/ is also used to separate folders and files. To change a drive, you must type the drive letter followed by a colon and press Enter. To change to the D drive, you'd execute D: and press the Enter key. To change back to the C drive, you would execute C: and press the Enter key. To navigate folders, use the CD command. CD is short for Change Directory. Examples. To change into the Windows directory, execute the following command. CD Windows. To change back to the root directory, execute the following command. cd \\. To go up one folder, execute the following command. cd ... When executing commands at the command prompt, a single dot represents the current directory and the ... represents the parent folder. To change to the Windows folder, from any folder on the C drive, execute the following command. cd \\ Windows. The preceding \ says start from the root directory. To change to the C: \\ Windows / system32 directory, you could use cd \\ Windows / system32 or cd C: \\ Windows / system32. Traditionally, if you had spaces in a folder name, you would have to use quotes. Today, Windows 11 is usually smart enough where you don't. You could use cd program files or cd program files. Note, there may be times where you may need to use quotes because of spaces in files and or folder names. To clear a screen, you would use the cls command. In the Windows command prompt, the tab key is primarily used for tab completion, which automatically filling in or cycling through file, folder, and command names as you type, saving time and preventing typos. Type the first few letters of a file or directory, press Tab, and CMD will complete the name. Press Tab again to see other matches. To create a folder, use the MD command. MD is short for Make Directory. If you're in the C drive root directory, to create a data folder, you would perform the following command: MD data. You want to create a data directory on the D drive, even if you're not in the D drive, you can perform the following command: MD :\data. If you want to create a folder with spaces, you'll have to use quotes, such as if you want to create "This is my data folder," you would perform the following command: MD "This is my data folder," quote. To remove a directory, we'd use the RD command. RD is short for Remove Directory. To remove the empty data folder, execute the following command: RD data. To remove the empty data folder on the D drive, execute the following command: RD :\data. To remove a folder with spaces, use quotes, such as to remove the empty "This is my data folder" folder, execute the following command: RD "This is my data folder," quote. To remove a folder that contains folders and/or files, you would have to add the /s option, such as to remove the data folder with files, you would use the following command: RD data /s. You'll be prompted if you're sure to delete the entire folder. If you don't want to be prompted, you can also specify the /q command, such as RD data /s/q. /q is a great option if you are creating a script that has to be ran unattended. To view the contents of a folder, you would use the dir command. By default, the files and folders are listed alphabetically. dir has many options. To see all of the options, you can use one of the following commands: dir or help dir. Note, you can get help for any command prompt command by using the option or using the help command. To show only directories, you can use dir /ad. /ad is short for Attribute Directory. To show only hidden files, you can use dir /ah. /ah is short for Attribute Hidden. If you want to sort by extension, you would use the following command: dir /oe. /oe is short for Order Extension. While not needed, /on will sort alphabetically by file name. /on is short for Order Name. You can also use wildcards with the dir command. The asterisk represents any number of unknown characters. The question mark represents only one unknown character. To show all files, you would execute ***, which represents all file names and all file name extensions, such as dir ***. If you want to show only the files that have the .txt file, you can use the following command: dir ***. If you want to show only the files that begin with T, you will use the following command: dir T***. You want to show files that begin with test, but only has one character after test, you would use dir test ? You want to show files that begin with test, but only has one or two characters after test, you would use dir test ? To list files and folders in the current directory or subdirectory, you would use the /s option. You want to show files that begin with test, but only has one or two characters after test in any of the current directories and subdirectories, you would use dir test ? ***s. The /s is short for subdirectory. The copy command copies one or more files to another location. Any copy command uses the following syntax: command source destination options or command options source destination. The copy command uses copy source destination / options or copy / options source destination. To copy file1.txt file to the D drive, you would use the following command: copy file1.txt D:. To copy file1.txt file to the data folder on the D drive, you would use the following command: copy file1.txt D:\data. To copy the file1 text file located in the C:\data folder you want to copy to the D drive backup folder, you would use the following command: copy C:\data /file1.txt space D:\backup. Copy command also uses wildcards. If you want to copy all files from the current directory to the D:\back folder, you would use the following command: copy D:\back. You only want to copy the Word documents, .doc and .docx files to the D drive, you would use the following command: copy *.doc D:. If you want to have a file with the same name in the destination, it will prompt you to overwrite the file. If you don't want to be prompted to overwrite the file, you could use the /y option. Copy *.D:/y or copy /y *.D:. Options can be before or after the source and destination. Xcopy copies files and directories. The xcopy command uses xcopy source destination / options or xcopy / options source destination. The most common options used are /s, which copies directory and subdirectories except empty subdirectories, /e, which copies directories and subdirectories including empty ones, /o copies file ownership and ACL information, and /y suppresses prompting to confirm to overwrite files. To copy file1.txt file to the data drive on the D drive, you'd use the following command: xcopy file1.txt D:\data. You'll want to copy all files and directories except empty directories from the current directory to the C:\back folder. You'd use one of the following commands: xcopy D:\back/s or xcopy /s D:\back/back. If you want to copy all files and directories except empty directories from the current directory to the D:\back/back folder, you would use one of the following commands: xcopy D:\back/back/s or xcopy /s D:\back/back. You want to copy all files and directories, including empty subdirectories, from the current directory to the D:\back/back folder, you would use one of the following commands shown on the screen. You can have options before or after the source and target. /s is for non-empty folders, and /e is for all folders, including empty folders. If you want to copy all files and directories from the C:\data directory, including empty directories, to the D:\back/back folder, you would use one of the following commands shown on the screen. Move command moves files and renames files and directories. To move the test.txt file to the D:\data folder, you would execute the following command: move test.txt D:\data. To move all files that have the .dat file name extension to the D:\data folder, you would execute the following command: move *.dat D:\data. To move and rename the data directory to data old directory, you would execute the following command: move data C:\data old . The ren or rename command renames file or files. To rename the data.old to data.bak file, you would perform the following command: ren data.old data.bak. You cannot specify a different driver path. This will be done with the move command. To delete a file or files, you would use the del command. To delete the data.txt file, you would perform the following command: del data.txt. To delete all files in the current directory, you would execute the following command: del ***. To use global wildcards, it will prompt you to make sure you want to delete these files. To delete all files that will prompt you to confirm each file that has to be deleted, perform the following command: del ***/p. If you don't want to be prompted to delete all files, you can use the /q option. Del ***/q. If you want to delete read-only files, you also need to use the /f option. Del ***dat/f. To delete the specified file, including those files and subdirectories, you would use the /s option. Del ***dat/s. To perform a quick format of the D drive, you would perform the following command: format d:/q. The ver command displays the Windows version, including the build number. Question: what command is used to delete a directory? Answer: the rd command. Question: what command would you use to list only directories? Answer: dir/ad. Question: what would you use to specify all files and extensions when you use the copy or del command? Answer: ***. Question: what command would you use to delete all files in the current directory with the .bak file name extension? Answer: del ***bak. Question: what command can you use to change to the root directory? Answer: cd \\. Question: what command can I use to view the Windows build number? Answer: ver. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, the command prompt allows you to type in commands similar to the DOS commands used before Windows. To navigate folders, use the cd command. To view the content of a folder, use the dir command. To see all of the options for a command, use the /? with the command, or use the help command. You can also use wildcards with the dir command. The asterisk represents any number of unknown characters. The question mark represents only one unknown character. Copy command can copy files, and the xcopy can copy files and directories. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Windows Tools, Part 4, Windows Basic Command Line Tools, Part 2. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Hetcher Back channel. Thank you.